Alright, welcome on in everyone, let's get right on into it. Welcome to our 6th chapter in our Volkmar the Graham live stream here for the SFO Grimhammer War Under the Mountain mod. We have been doing quite a good job, I think, for ourselves. Started off with the Cult of Sigmar. We started off down here in the south and pretty quickly confederated up the surviving Elector Counts, including the Emperor up here in the north. We've got Karl kind of waiting out to jump in on a fight with Lothar here. There are no doubt many more Nurglish forces kind of hanging out in the wings here, but if we can take down Lothar with at least minimal casualties, he's in this summoning stance here, so we'll have to deal with that in due time. But just kind of a quick overview of where we left off. So we have a good deal of the Empire proper, but several of the portions have started to fall to the many different armies of the vampire counts that are kind of rampaging on around here. Wertbad's fallen most recently, as well as Krugenheim here by some rebels that have sprung on up. So there's lots of territory that's been taken by the vampires, and then also by the rats. They've taken down Rauken, Zavostra, Kislev, and Prague. So he has he's got Hell Pit, Prague, and Kislev under his control, which are 3 very strong settlements. It's gonna be a bit difficult to wrest control back from the rats and the undead both. We're here for it. First, we definitely need to make sure we crush Nurgle, because the forces of Festus, as we've seen in our Orion campaign, cause all sorts of issues by dropping down a whole bunch of extra debuffs on all your different armies there.
In the name of Magnus.
We'll do what we can to kind of crush them before any other nonsense really goes down. Should be a good time. So we won't start off with the battle with Lothar just yet. That'll be what we get to before too long here, though. We've also got Gotrek down here in the south. We're going to bring him on over with Felix and a whole heap of Free Company militia just to try to help out as a two-pronged assault against the undead. Gotrek and Felix kind of by themselves should be able to cleave through most of what Arkan is fielding. I'm not so worried about Jorman here, but says we'd lose the fight. Yeah, 2 Scorpions is a bit nasty. We were talking a smack a second ago, but Ushabti and SFO do actually have a projectile explosion of 2 meters, so I'm sure they're going to be 8 types horrifying. They actually have a bonus versus large missile strength, which actually makes sense, being it they're throwing basically ballista bolts with those arrows. Oh, should be no big deal. Got a good grip of gold as well. I was going to see if we could grab any of our ROR units. Looks like we are all tapped on that front. We don't gain any of our Elector Count state troops until we start sealing some of these books of Dagash. We really need to start bringing, or at least we need to get Volkmar down over here to help out with the fight against this little marauding army that's hanging out. Pretty nasty force of Wood Elves and Lizardmen both. Some of their most elite troops side by side. It is as obnoxious and nasty as it sounds. I think our next build here in the main province is definitely going to be the wine barrels, the orchards there. I am very tempted to go for the walls, or the roads, not the walls. But I think getting in the gunsmith would not be a bad call. Getting up some of these better artillery pieces. Our infantry is really not where we're supposed to make our real headway. It's really from our artillery teams working in tandem. And everything works all as one big group here. Having a couple Hellstorm rocket batteries would definitely help things out. Let's go ahead and grab in the gunsmith down here in Sudenburg. Temple of Sigmar as well. Sigmarite disciples sound good. A bit of magical attack and some armor-piercing strength. I think they've got a silver shield as well, so they won't be too bad, and they're immune to contact effects. As well as a couple other things that we can't quite see. Awesome, yeah, let's go ahead and grab that on in. That'll use a good bit of our gold. We'll be able to gain a lot of that on back, no problem. Hey, Common, welcome on in. Glad to have you. And we're also trying to maintain very strenuous relations with the peoples of the south here. The lizards are doing just fine, but the Omen of Orion are starting to kind of think about disliking us a little bit, which is going to be a problem since they're just kind of hanging out. He was trespassing in our last stream, just kind of back and forth, which hopefully he stops doing that. It seems like the AI is just trying to build up bad relations on purpose. Go Trek, if you could sprint on through. No, you don't. I really would prefer just beat Red Dead 2 and cried quite a bit. Now I understand that one. That is actually a pretty powerful ending.
Enough walking.
Unfortunately, though, we have to have you come on over. I don't think March stance is smart.
Eat up the miles.
Eat up those miles. Give Ludwig down the Shield of Faith. Well, we're starting to be able to get him now as the Warrior Priest. So he has the same kind of deal as the smaller. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at the hero. I thought I was looking at one of the lords. That would make all the sense. We're gonna go for the Shield of Faith then, because that extra ward save is just absolutely incredible. 20% more damage resistance, and you can just kind of pass that out wherever your Warrior Priest is jogging on around to. So it makes your army quite a bit more tanky, as long as you're able to actually move them on around. Over here for Kevin, the most elite of our Warrior Priests. He's finished off the Beacon of Courage, which drops enemy charge bonus by 10%. We're going to go ahead and go for Deny the Heretic next, dropping their spell resistance by 3%, which is going to be useful because most of our enemies, I think, or most of our allies, rather, are doing magical attacks. Either magical or fire. The Grand Theogenist, we could get even more speed and a charge bonus for all of our kind of mainstay troops. Or we could grab a more ward save when fighting against the demons. And drop Corruption a bit further. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, and then we can come on back down and grab the last of his unique skills there. Now the real question is, did you go evil Arthur or good Arthur? And for any of you out there in the chat that actually played Red Dead 2, did you go evil or good Arthur for your first playthrough? I am curious. I myself went good Arthur. Although we did lots of blasting outlaws. That was it was pretty brutal. All right, Skylar. You can't quite make it over to save the Black Tower, and I would prefer not to fight them on the field. We'll go ahead and take them on the inside the walls there. Having a lot of weird lag. Hopefully that's just from kind of natural Total War bugginess and not from my own system. I've been not had any issues today or recently, so hopefully we're just experiencing a bit of stuttering for no real issue here. We'll grab the Clothier here in Bagar, even though it's going to start dropping our control a little bit there, which is a bit unfortunate. We'll just need a couple more buildings to fix that on up. It's crazy. Well, that's not good. I think I saw that they had lost Lockwood last time. Now we have some threats from underneath. Enemies all around, so instead of bringing Gotrek around to help out with the Black Tower, he's going to go south. And then we'll have Skylar deal with anything up north here. We'll just kind of play pretty aggressive defense while Volkmar comes on down. And Balthazar deals with Aldous here. Come on over.
Going forth.
This is an awesome army. Knights of the Blazing Sun, really been a good job with their 85 charge bonus. They've been a good job. They've done a good job.
The instrument of Sigmar's will.
Sweet. We definitely need to get on down there and start purging these books of Nagash. Getting some of the zeal sorted on up. Others ruin. Now see that? I don't know what that is. Stahlberg's letter, the brain wounder. Good old pleasant sounding ancillaries there. Let's go ahead and 1100 to discover the Skaven we know exist there. Yeah, no thanks. I will have Heinz coming up here and check for what the greenskins are up to though. Are they fighting?
Keep your head lower than
no, he is already fighting with Crooked Moon though. Crooked Moon really doesn't do very well, but they're currently in possession of 8 peaks, so we'll see.
What?
And we can get a non-aggression with them.
Meow.
Never in a million years. Hey, Leonis, welcome on in. Hope you are having a fantastic day, night, whatever time it is there in your neck of the woods. Right, well, we've kind of gotten everything sorted out over here. Spent all the gold we can, I think. All the boring stuff, at least for myself, but the battles are my absolute favorite part of this. The administration is the administration. These Springs of Eternal Life, we can go for something a bit more. So grabbing the blacksmith, is this required for any of our? Actually, I don't think so. I think SFO is one of those that actually removes those requirements. Yes, it absolutely does. So the armory would only be if we really want it. I think maybe we just go for the tier 1 walls or roads. I keep saying walls. You all have played, because since you definitely you all have played more SFO than I, can you stack up, or even the Empire, because I've only played a little bit. Can you stack up the buffs for the paved roads? Because if so, I'm definitely going to go ahead and layer some of that on up. Because 5% more income for all adjacent provinces, just kind of stacked up around here, is going to be really nice. Or, I'm not going to go ahead and spend any gold. We'll come on up north here and get into a battle with the Emperor. Commanding the Emperor versus Nurgle. Not with the Emperor. Alright, Lothar. He does have the Fires of Chaos. All we really have to do is keep an eye out for where that is targeted. He's got a nasty force here. Lots of spawn, lots of beasts. We have lots of arrows, though, to try to bring them on down quickly. Not a lot of armor. If we can make sure... I don't see any mages on his side, so it'd be a good idea to bring this down before Festus shows up. To battle.
Men, we must
Oh, I saw him up there. Was that the double Leech Lord? Either way, it's giving us a valiant defeat. Really. Halsey helps out with that missile resistance. Missile resist layered up with physical. I mean, I won't lie, that's pretty deadly. We'll make sure the Templehof Luminarch is blasting away at either spawn or beast. Likely beast because they're a bigger target. Hopefully that should be enough with... Deathclaw, such an awesome looking model. Hopefully that should be enough with Deathclaw to bring this on down. Being good made his death even more so. It did indeed. You were absolutely not wrong. Alright. Let's see if the Emperor can face off with the Fecundites. And good to hear you're doing good there, Leonis. So you were... Oh, so honor bar to the highest level it can go is what you mean. Yeah, fair enough. That's what I did as well. I wanted to see if you could... Since I go into most games completely, completely blind. Even me and the Lady Wizard, she recently picked up Diablo 4 for me for Father's Day, which has been fantastic so far. But... Oh, man, I forgot what I was going with that. Yeah, Diablo, basically, I went into that one even completely blind. And it has been a blast to do so. Well, I mean, I guess the good news is we have the high ground here, right? And a bit of a choke point. So crossbows can really do some work. I think we want to make... There are the expendables in this case. The huntsmen, we really need to make sure they stay firing. We'll make sure we're going to put them up on the top of the hill here. The Templehof Luminarch let us down last time, so hopefully... That was just my own failings and not the machine itself. And it's got some reach, doesn't it? I don't know, Chad. Do you think it'd be better for us to go after the beasts or the spawn with the old laser gun? Of that, I'm not sure. They're deploying them as far back as they can. Smells like fear.
Crossbowman!
I mean, to be fair... I think we want to try to get...
By Sigmar's will!
You just selected naming it, fair enough. Experience now. Well, the experience I have is watching it do nothing, so hopefully that's enough experience that we need. That is exactly... If that's what we need, hey, we're set. Yeah, we don't have enough front line to keep this all protected, so we're going to have to kind of... hurdle up a bit.
The Empire endures!
Crossbows... Here, I'm gonna pull you guys back just a smidge more.
Sigmar calls.
You're absolutely not wrong. I did. It's like at aiming it. We'll see if we've improved.
Ready for war. For the Warhammer.
sure it actually has a good line of sight here. I mean, you'd think it's up on this cart. I thought it had perfect line of sight before. Turns out, no, it absolutely did not.
Missile troops. Crossbows ready.
Alright, so we've got 3 halberds and a greatsword. I realize that this doesn't instill me with a lot of hope here. Halberd up front. We might have been a bit hasty. We just have to be real aggressive with Deathclaw and our other heroes and generals, which we can do. I'll have the Free Company in the woods. I'm gonna have you, even though they're weakened in the woods, they'll be better than nothing. And then we can have you guys being a menace to anyone kind of coming up the hill here. You're faster than most units, except for those hounds, I believe. 80 and 100. Never mind, they're way faster than those hounds. Oh, these are Hounds of Decay. That makes things a little bit spooky. Those are more or less extra poisonous. This is what the Norscan Ice Hounds wish they were. In our Colette campaign, these guys were awesome. They do have that manticore tail kind of grafted onto the back. Now this is a unit that needs to be in a base game. Change the normal poison hounds to Hounds of Decay. Alright, so let's grab the Witch Hunter. Shove him in on there. Our captain into this position. Make sure we are on the slope there. Fighting Nurgle sucks. I mean, we have found out the hard way that Nurgle is much more dangerous than I initially had anticipated. And I will admit that mostly comes from I hadn't fought them since the Realm of Chaos maps. Most of our campaigns have kept us far away from Nurgle, except for our Oxiana one, where we poisoned Nurgle with his own devices. He had a really bad time. I don't really want to have to speed up too much. I want to put one of these units of each kind of more forward than the others. That way they're the ones that get hit. And come a little bit more forward. He is not really meant to stay in combat for very long. So we do want to keep that in mind. Alright, well, Hounds of Decay versus Empire Knights is a bit more scary than... They're going to struggle. They've got more charge bonus. Hopefully, as long as we can get... Oh, they already have Gore Feast. Oh, good. Well, that's not good. Alright, let's bring the Great Swords forward. Just going to let them go wherever they're needed the most. I'm very thankful we don't have to deal with a mage. Alright, Emperor. Get this thing going. Full Sigmar, you leave them alone. That's right. You thought I was gonna let you blow them up? No. Those are my favorite halberdiers. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and listen, if you embarrass me this time, I'm gonna frown. Go for the Spawn of Nurgle. I'm gonna take it off of fire whale mode so it has to shoot at what I tell it to. Bronze, I'm gonna have you come up and start breaking these Hounds of Decay. You guys really need to kind of just stay where you're at. Have the captain come forward. Alright, pull back behind the line. Bronze in, Empire Knights in. Pistols. Give them some extra reload, whatever they need. You two work together on the Knights. For the Hounds, not the Knights. Crossbowmen. The Beasts of Nurgle are much more important. No, 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 no. See, what are you up to? This goofy Luminarch. Gonna get itself slayed again on purpose. Alright, Spawn of Nurgle. Let's go ahead and make sure you all are targeting them. Give them the wallop. Let's go ahead and pull the Knights away so they can charge back in. Luminarch, you let me down for the last time here. Let's drop down the net. Quickly, quickly. Our Empire Captain's getting absolutely shamacked.
Listen up!
Drop him in some resistance, and if we can pull him away, that'd be great. Looks like the boys are on our front lines. Pull these crossbows back just a bit.
Take aim!
Everyone blast away at these chaos spawn.
The Temple of Lumina! Show us the foe!
Come on, come on.
To me, then!
Knights, can you...
No
You're having a hard time.
Go! This is my command!
I'm gonna bop down Galmaraz now.
Ready for war!
You guys can go ahead and get on involved.
Pistoliers!
Take some damage, but I think they're fine. They've got that.
Empire marksman!
Combined fire there is plenty. We've got plenty of heals as well. Our Empire Captain is struggling a bit, but luckily the Halberdiers have kind of subbed in for them. Great swords, move forward. Let's go ahead and break these Marauders. We're going to have to go ahead and put this guy back on fire at will.
Target and fire! Pick them off! Crossbowman!
That's crazy. It should have plenty of firing arcs, just it's not going to.
Sigmar guides us! Formation, march!
We just got to set him up somewhere and let him fire away unhindered.
Captain of the Empire!
Emperor's taking a bit of damage. Go ahead and pull him away so he can get some more charge back in. Who's struggling the most? Great swords, give them some extra help.
We are
Captain, go ahead and maybe charge down this lad here. He's already got cavalry bait on him. Handgun shots in the back. You go ahead and try to stop those beasts of Nurgle. But you guys all fire on them. Using crossbows, blast those Forsaken.
down!
And then you guys come on in together.
Position!
Emperor, let's go ahead and actually just bop these,
We serve friends!
bop those spawn.
Free company!
Free company, I guess you're fighting against Hounds and K. That's no good, but you don't really have much choice, so keep doing.
The Temple of Lumina! Reynolds aim! We're ready!
Starting to lose our front line a bit. We need the accusation to go on back down. Probably on these Forsaken here. Got a bit of armor. Anything we can do to lessen that? Captain absolutely bopped the enemy hero there.
We obey!
Okay, we'll drop down to the no move on these guys.
Show us the
Then
foe!
everyone fire on the Lord.
Aim!
Perfect.
Sir!
You guys go after the beasts.
Down!
Perfect combination. Let's go ahead and just ignore that group for now. You guys pull it away from those Hounds of Decay if you can. And our Luminarch is just being
Bring it down!
a lug.
At your
And you can
service!
finally fire though now, so
Steady, men!
back just a bit there.
Yes,
Sweet.
my lord!
You guys switch targets. There's some Hounds of Decay coming through the woods, and they're probably going to try to give you guys a love bite.
Halberdiers!
Of course, it'll be one of death, so definitely don't want to deal with it. Play.
March! See to it!
Let's just go ahead and bop this enemy lord here. No reason to let him keep flying on around.
Charge! Understood! We are Sigmar's heirs!
You guys deal with those Hounds of Decay yet? The answer is a hefty no.
For Sigmar!
Fire some more shots. Let's go ahead and pull you back.
Moving now!
Reload for the Huntsman.
Spotters
Lead spawn run.
Crossbows ready, General! For all
The
dogs!
enemy lord's gone. Let's make sure you are healing up.
Ready!
Hunt down these spawn. I'm going to pull you away so you're not
Missiles will fly!
tearing apart both of those
We
groups
are
there.
Sigmar's heirs!
Lovely. Only the spawn remain.
Shoot! To battle! War!
Right, we did see that the double up Bleach Lord is nearby as well, though, so we want to make sure we're
Crossbowmen!
being a bit careful.
By Ulrich's wrath! Weapons at the
I'm
ready!
real surprised. We used some extra resistances, and
Take
there we go.
position! Take the ground!
Oh, now you want to fire. You missed anyway. And the Luminarch. First shot actually tore a hole. You got a family member from Las Vegas, is it? Surprised by attack at a basement. Yeah, fair enough.
Ulrich's wrath on them!
I think a lot of the big cities are definitely not going to have any kind of
The Temple of Lumina!
basement situation at all.
Yes, my lord! For Heldenhammer!
I would say that them not having a wizard made it easier on us, but if we had one, I would have definitely been happier. We're gonna bring the Pistoliers around as well, and we'll see if we can chase off a few of these units. You can see if you can take down that hero. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out.
The temple of Luminarch!
I mean, it hit them, but it didn't do any damage. And this Luminarch is, I'm guessing it's really only 4 large single entities. Seems to struggle even with them.
The ground quakes!
Get over there, Pistoliers. Let's go ahead and speed this on up. Everyone find someone to chase. Except for you guys. Nice, some more damage there. You guys come on through. Oh, I think you didn't. Just not quite fast enough there, Franz. Get him, buddy. Don't let him leave. This is the Nurgle popping a party. Oh, stop it. No. Friendly fire. The only kills you got were against the Empire Knights. Hey, Adam, welcome on in. It's going all right. Lovely first victory here against Nurgle. We know that there are more nearby, though, so we'll have to pull back cautiously. Says it got 31 kills. I'm curious to see how many of those were, to know how many of those were knights. Crossbows did better than Huntsmen? Yeah, they did. Huntsmen are better at bringing down single entities. They have not as much damage, I don't think, as normal crossbows. We'll find out here in but a moment. I will pardon those captives for a fair bit of gold. He's going to retreat on away, and that's a lot of enemies, as well as the double Leech Lord. We'll receive ourselves a nice plague. Lovely for our troubles. This is the Tired in Battle Plague. Gross. Well, let's go ahead and retreat back to Talabheim. We're using Hurrigig as a shield. I'm sure the people of Hurrigig are loving to hear it. Let's just go for Elusive on him as well there. Make sure he stay in combat for as long as he can. That way our crossbows can fire for as long as they can.
By the comet, summon the Elector Counts.
Took a little bit of damage there, though, so hopefully our replenishment get it up faster than that. Hitting some Dwarf Warriors or some of the stronger ones in it will also be pretty useful. I don't know if we want to go for the miners, even the ones with blasting charges. But perhaps some Dwarf Warriors with great weapons wouldn't be a terrible add-in. Of course, as soon as this one's on in, we can just grab some Saurus and... Wait, I thought we had one with the last defenders. They must have lost territory. Hurrigig, the face mask of the Empire. Yeah, don't worry about it. They've already got the plague and everything. Oh. I really need the dwarves to start getting up in here and doing some damage. I would prefer not to recruit up another army of the Empire just yet. Of course, I guess as soon as Toddy comes on back, we did already confederate up with Toddbringer. He's just taking a nap for 4 more turns. Go ahead and tell the Scourge of Aquitaine to leave.
More sleep shines.
Pegasus Knights and Blood Knights. Please leave. Where can we add in a new army to kind of better protect? I don't really want to throw in an army over here at Kimperbad, but if we must, it is fairly defended. Talabheim has the Saurus though, so let's grab just some extra defenses at Talabheim. Extra Lord in there. I've lost Talabheim. We'll cheat. There we go. Alright, now we'll grab one of these new lords on in, and actually, we've already got several of these others here. I would like to try a Huntsman General. It may be not the... Oh, he counts as a legendary lord? That's awesome. And even more reason for him to be in the main game. Yeah, but let's go ahead and grab in one of our Huntsman generals here. Ooh, one with a Knight heritage. I mean, he could roll with Huntsmen and Knights. It'd be like playing Bretonia. Grabbing a book. We're gonna try. Getting bogged down in the Empire with Nurgle. I think you're gonna try. I am gonna grab one that is we'll just grab the guy that's perceptive, so I don't have to pay the gold for him. Welcome, Dolph. You can try to prove yourself.
Born to hunt.
He's here with the Emperor. Perfect. Well, maybe.
Is it time to untamed lands?
No one can reach you, right? Perfect. Probably should have recruited him elsewhere, but such is the way. So against the undead, I think it will be good to have. Normally you take out Nurgle and then you jump by the vampires. Fair enough. That may be exactly what's about to happen here. If you see the amount of vampires on the horizon, or there's many of them. I'm hoping that the Golden Order can come on up and start causing some problems, but this may not be the case. And Kislev has already been wiped out, so well, Gestalten's up there, but that doesn't really count. He is contending with a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's likely some. We'll just grab some swordsmen for the front line, so 3 swords, and then crossbows to start things off. We'll kind of see what they're fielding and then go from there.
Such insolence.
There are some Vargeist there. Crossbows work just fine against Vargeist. Some kind of fairly bog standard armies.
I'll have your soul.
Okay, so a few huntsmen will probably be a good idea to make sure we can deal with these large units. But staunch spears, halberds, and crossbows.
Fall in, men.
Until we were able to actually start getting in some proper artillery more frequently. Alright, let's grab our technology. I actually think we're going to go straight for the Fanatic's Decree. It's going to take 16 turns, but it's going to give us a Dauntless Fury on all of our Archlectors and Flagellants, and then all of our Warrior Priests and Sigmarite Disciples are going to get the Pursuit of Battle. So both of them are going to be getting a lovely passive that'll make them much more tanky or more damage dealing as long as they're fighting in melee there. So it'll be very similar to having a Norskin buff. So 16 turns later, we'll have ourselves a nice bit of goodies there. Vampires. Fair enough, bud. Vampires suck. But, this. Krelk is causing some problems down in Karakizor. Yep, let's stop looking a field and we'll deal with the enemies. Overextended to get Kugath. Yeah, I mean, he's riding around on his mobility scooter being all sorts of offensive down there, so I can understand it. Since he is down here in the south so close to us, I am tempted to go for the upgrade to walls, but I think fueling our economy is going to be the way to go. So we'll come on back and we will grab the roads. And if this doesn't allow us to kind of exploding with movement range, growth, and income, I don't know what will. We really need to be able to get around quickly down here. Lots of enemies, and we need to be able to respond. All right, so let's grab policy real fast.
What?
Definitely not with Crooked Moon. Gonna make sure we do have. It's just one more turn before we can use it. Well, what about with Flakwa then? They have lost one of their. I mean, they lost their capital, which is both surprising and a bit terrifying. On the Granite Massif, all the way up there, huh? No, I think Quetzalcoatl's probably the next one we go for. This is a capital. Yeah. Get some more lizards on in. More clever girls or anything that is kind of quick and fast to move around. Or even just some chaff skink cohorts if we really need them. So, construct away. More lizards. Looks like lizards for Sigmar is going to be the way for this campaign here. And turn. The Thunderdome, indeed. Luckily, we've already karate chopped one of the most scary in the Thunderdome. Two of them, actually. Cetra and Scarbrand. Join our war against Thorek. I mean, you know what? You're winning, so yes, I will indeed. Sorry, Thorek. Are we trading with the Ironbrowed? No. Thorek the Glassjawed. Indeed, Gotrek and Felix are. Can help Kislev, or it's pretty rough to help Kislev. It's a good idea. Oh, do you attack Kemperbad with 3 armies and fail? I mean, and then they trip on a rock. You tried your best, but it just wasn't enough. They all just vanish. Well done, people of Kemperbad. Yeah, Gotrek and Felix are going to be an incredible boon here.
Empire's great defender.
Welcome, Count Ewald. Oh, he is not welcoming. You have to come all the way across a bunch of enemies to come after us. Khalida is doing a terrible job dealing with the vampires. We will go ahead and not call our allies and just let this big dumb yell at us from across the mountains. Oh, Pislev add-on isn't cheap. We're going to try. Jornaman's coming on in to face us. Man, this one's going to be very hard. The Caskets of Souls are just horrendously powerful. If we can get our Pistoliers outside to stop them, that'd be great, but he's going to keep the Ushabti back there as well. We definitely need to fight this one to try to minimize, or at least try to win it. But it's going to be really hard. One volley eliminates a whole unit. Buff for sure. Who needs a buff? Which unit do you speak of? Let's get on here and try to defend the Black Tower. To do a multiplayer stream. Dude, don't you worry, we're going to be doing it for sure. The first one is going to be a that members only stream. Or it's members only, but we'll be pulling names from members. If I don't actually gain enough that are available or able to go ahead and do said multiplayer stream, I can then start pulling from some of the most active of the community. So we'll go down the line there. If we'll definitely be having one soon. The plan is to have one within the next couple, probably I'd say 3 or 4 weeks, because I've definitely got to get some things set up and researched and figured on out and worked out with those that are going to be selected to be in on it, but it should be a good time. While they are completely surrounding the settlement. And SFO or not, they still play like absolute loons and try to capture all of your points. I mean, I'm tempted to just kind of post up over here with all our crossbows and blast these 2 units on their way in. In fact,
Crossbowmen! Very well!
seems super cool. That's going to be your job. Everyone else is going to kind of Helm's Deep up back in the back like we did last time. It was like a train wreck. Can't wait. It should be. It'll be a great time. Lots of learning. But I'd like to get some multiplayer streams kind of running up more often as a mainstay of said channel. At least one of our streams you get up each week. Or if not every other week, depending on availability of those chosen. Like that's definitely going to be the main. The main thing is going to be able to stop us. I'm perfectly fine with and ready for. Let's grab these spears, and no matter what here, we're gonna have a pretty scary time. Where's the Casket of Soul at? There's one over here. No, Shabti. Well. Both of the caskets back here. I mean, this gives us the opportunity to keep the... Smart about it. We can keep the Pistoliers nearby. I'm gonna have them outside the walls on this side here. Maybe just one unit outside the walls, the other one inside to keep them focused on what they're supposed to be. that we can come on around and jump the Casket of Souls when we're able. I don't think the Casket really has much of an ability to actually fight back in a melee, so. 100 missile damage, armor piercing. I really think we will likely need an explosive tower for sure. Let's go ahead and throw one in. These are all tied to our Helm's Deep section here. Perfect. And then is this one also 200? Beautiful. No, the barricades are for weaklings. We're gonna go for towers. Then I'm gonna have you pull back here. Let's have rifles. Should the rifles be the ones we deploy to the walls? I know they wouldn't be able to shoot over there. If you get them a good fire arc, they should be able to be real mean to... Well, those who shot heal can probably annihilate. Gonna stick them behind the towers. I do want the towers to fire. They've got a bit of missile strength there, and they'll do pretty good work on the Ushabti as long as they can actually hit them. Yeah, that'll be just fine. Here. Doesn't look like it. I'm not going to risk the rest of our crossbows though, because I'm likely not going to pull these guys back in time. We're going to set them up. We'll set one up front. It's likely that's going to be the one that gets targeted by the Casket of Friendship. Right. And our mortar here. I will have you have it turned so it's helping out with this side first. I can't quite reach. Okay. Well then, we'll go ahead and just keep it back here. Z mortar. Take it off fire at will so I can pick all the targets, and then we'll deal with it. Main man here. I'm tempted to have him up front. That'd probably be a really bad call. Back in the back. Alright, lads. Place your non-bets now. Your verbal ones. That'll begin. Go ahead and coat these Doomguard in crossbow bolts. They've got it under control. Alright, make sure these pistoliers are getting run down. One back. You guys come on out and maybe do here, so hopefully they just completely forget you're out there. I will forget they're out there as well, likely. Keep an eye on the green dot. Oh, they got annihilated. Well done, Ushabti. They're doing a really good job of picking the guys off the walls. I love to keep this in mind for my own Tomb Kings campaign. Ushabti Greatbow have an excellent fire arc to just decimate the line. Take out 3 guys per shot. I'm keeping them up on the walls for now, though, because they can keep those towers of firing. In SFO, you don't actually gain any more supplies. You just get more off the start. Alright, all of you guys switch targets to that Tomb Scorpion. Beautiful. Looks like they are tempted of sitting. They've got everyone blobbed up over here. Keep these guys up on the wall kind of for as long as we can. Let's kind of hide them behind the towers. Realize I could have been doing that a second ago. Those towers do as much damage to those Ushabti as they can. I'll leave these guys up here until they're wiped out. At least defend yourselves, though. Be remiss if you didn't. This poor Tomb Scorpion. We'll have you fire at the... Is he pushing this by himself? What a champion! He's like, I'll just do it. He got it and he grabbed the ram by himself. Alright, you guys now mind this idea ways. Let's go ahead and deal with the Scorpion. Well, he's a bigger target there, isn't he? That's very amusing. ladders in the walls over there. That's just fine. Are they using the casket of souls on our walls? Oh, they are. Perfect. Yeah, keep that up. Hey, Joshua, welcome on in. The barricades replenish your ammo every time you go off and off them with the units. I did not know that. That sounds incredibly cheeky. How much ammo does it replenish? All right, they're a bit too caught. Let's go ahead and pull back. Pistoliers, they are through the walls on that side. I'd love to get through. All right, he broke the gates down almost instantly. Actually, the Pistoliers might be able to... Actually, no. Bad call. Imagine how hard you would steamroll at turn 80. On what? The... He's turned around. That's perfect. I think they may have got a few shots in. Let's go ahead and ignore them. Blast the Ushabti coming in, because dealing with these Ushabti sounds fantastic. Oh, he decided to get up on the walls. What a fool. Alright, we got the crossbows to come on back. Hopefully they can make it. We'll have you each set up in different spots. Crossbow. And then the Helm's Deep siege can truly begin. Always better move fast. There goes the enemy lord. Beautiful. Oh, there goes all the cavalry. Run. Run for your life. They actually own this town. No, they don't. They did for a moment. It may not be a bad call to leave some of these crossbows up here. We can lure the enemy cavalry on over. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, that's great. You guys turn around and start blasting this group of Tomb Guard. I will give you some extra reload rate. You deserve it. Absolute uber chads. Bring them on over so that the towers can do their work. Beautiful.
Take the ground!
Wait, it replenishes all of it. Let's. That's definitely pretty cheesy. I'll have to remember that going forward. Is it the barricades or is it the walls themselves? So it's like the building barricades. 4-player Tomb Kings would be awesome. I agree. What we'll do for the multiplayer campaign is we will kind of get 4 or 5 ideas. Oh, welcome on into your doom there, horseman. We'll get 4 or 5 good ideas and we'll kind of put it to a poll, and we'll let you all help me choose which campaign we choose or we play for the multiplayer stream.
Ready! Quick match!
How much ammunition have these caskets used? Almost all of it on our walls. That's awesome.
For the Emperor!
Yep, we're just gonna keep pulling them on over.
Our steeds are restless!
Shots a bit unfortunate.
Action match!
Everyone's got an allergy to arrows.
General! For the Emperor!
Yeah, that's a kill box there.
Yes, General! Formation!
Maybe don't run straight at the spear cavalry though. That'd be a bad call. Starting to lose some of our zones though. Barricades you can build as defense. Okay. No, I mean fair enough. I just wanted to make sure I had all the proper details. I'll set them up here. Maybe they can take some cheesy shots at these guys as they claim all of our positions. We will start losing the game once they claim that position there, but I think we'll be alright. We're just going to sit there and accept doom.
Moving now!
Fair enough, let's pull them on over so the towers can actually get to work.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Ah, they're getting shot by the Ushabti. That's what's going on there. I was a bit confused.
Pistoliers!
That's alright. They've done Sigmar's work.
Conditions acceptable!
We'll move them a little bit though, so the Ushabti have a harder time hitting them.
Sigmar
I'm not sure if they have to get so close. That works out just fine.
Pistoliers!
Over on the other end there. Funnily enough, the riflemen are actually still getting some shots on these Tomb Guard. Perfect. Crossbows have made it back to the safety of our defense lines here. Let's make sure he can't get this unit can't get surrounded. Awesome. This is going much better than anticipated. Alright, we lost the lads on the walls, but that's just fine. They're just gonna go straight on through. They're tired of getting caught back here. Alright, Mortars, can you start ranging shots? Perfect.
Pick your target.
Start bopping those Tomb Guard there.
Ready.
Maybe no friendly fire with the Pistoliers. That'd be very sad.
The ground.
In fact, we'll have ours. Nah, it's a lot. That's a very long trip.
Now
They still got enough ammunition to completely decimate some of our units, so
taking position. To battle.
stand like that.
Steady, men. To battle.
Oh, we're already starting to be able to... Yeah, that's... This? I don't know. We may be able to actually claim this one. Keep these guys up on the wall for sure. They're going to keep wavering. Crossbows, please get back up on the walls.
Crossbow ready, General.
Where did that group of Ushabti take off to?
Launch. Sigma.
Oh, they're gonna run.
Serve us.
That's fine. We've got these Pistoliers all the way over here. I'm actually gonna send this unit all the way around. We'll have them hunt down the 2 caskets before they get too close. They've still got a good bit of their ammunition left. Meanwhile,
Swordsman. Moving now.
oof, those Ushabti are... Great bows are an incredible unit. Always have been.
Ready. At
You
speed.
should have enough. There should be a few of them at this point where you should be able to bring them down in a straight up fight. Let's have you fire at the Ushabti. Not going to be as effective, but Blake will make just fine use of it.
Halberdiers.
Bring the
At
Halberdiers
speed.
forward.
For the Emperor.
Spears as well.
Now.
They are starting to fire at our towers. Clever girl. I don't know if it'll do enough though. Our explosive tower seems to be having a hard time hitting them, which is very fair enough. Let's go ahead and have them start blasting away some of these Nehekar horsemen.
Crossbows ready, General. For Heldenhammer.
Easily dealt with. They're taking a really long trip around the outside there. You guys blast this group. Everyone coming. Oh, that's an actual Tomb Scorpion coming down the center. Go
Halberdiers.
ahead and bring the Halberdiers forward then.
For combat.
And if these 2 groups of crossbows find we'll deal with the horsemen first.
Mortar. Crew to cannons.
Well, too many friendly units. Can't have that.
Spearman. Yes, sir.
Alright, Spearmen forward. Caskets are all by themselves. Get them. Oh, another unit of horsemen. That's not great.
Moving now.
You guys have got a bit of ammunition, so go ahead and use it while you can. Lead them on a chase outside the walls. I don't mind that one bit.
By Ulrich's
Alright, Spearmen,
wrath,
your turn to start getting shot at.
battle.
Someone's gotta do it.
Sigma guides us. Quicker. By Ulrich's
One away.
wrath.
Great swords. Go ahead and
Oh!
jump this Tomb Scorpion here.
For Heldenhammer. Sigma commands.
Guys, keep them pinned down.
By Ulrich's wrath. Find your
They've got the
dagger.
heals.
Mortar. For the Emperor.
Yeah, I think the Nehekar horsemen are just a bit too fast. I don't mind at all, though. I guess they stopped attacking last second there. Funnily enough, they actually dodged the majority of that shot. Alright, Mortars, actually, so go ahead and start blasting away at these Ushabti. Interesting target for them, but it's gonna work out.
Crossbows ready.
Mostly because I don't want to blow up too many friendly units.
By Ulrich's wrath. Ready to fire.
I think the idea was a co-op that we would do a sneaky backstab on the next run. Fair enough. Well, I figured we might try a PvP one at some point. That's whatever everyone else wants. I know I'm gonna be miserable at a PvP stream, but I'm happy to get beat if everyone else is having a good time.
Crossbowmen, take position. Ready for war. Sir. Yes, General.
Where's that Scorpion at? You need to stop wiggling around in our line.
No!
Oh, it's obnoxious. Actually, we'll have these spearmen go ahead and make a aggressive charge towards the Ushabti. We've pretty well. Oh, they just didn't. They didn't actually charge in. They stood there and got blasted.
In the name of the twin-tailed comet.
Oh, go ahead and pull away from this casket for a moment while the other one fires at us.
Prepare for combat.
This poor unit here.
Formation march. Moving now.
Oh no, they waited till we surrounded. I was gonna say all we need to do, we really do need to do is get it. There we go. It's disintegrating. We got army losses on them. I can't believe it. Expected we could get some good damage on them, but it turns out this Tomb King settlement is incredibly defensive, especially when the AI decides to use all of their ammunition on the walls. My personal in-game goal. For what? Talk about for this, or for the channel in total. Like that they're gonna sit there and fight for as long as they can. This is the last casket of souls here. Perfect shot though. Completely limited to that unit. Oh, he's gonna do everything he can to take down our entire squad. I thought it was over. Turns out, no, it's never over. Let's start spreading some of these guys out, so we don't get completely annihilated by the casket. In fact, you can go up and deal with the casket. We'll have these great swords go and take this point here. Doesn't look like we actually are losing any points because we still own the victory location, so gotta wait for them to fizzle on away. I got spooky for a second. Like, there's no way they're gonna win, but man, every time a casket of souls fires. It's out of ammo, it's just charging in. Final charge of the Roomba. In fact, you need to relax though. Too much friendly fire. There it is. Pyrrhic victory, but we'll take it. Oh, perfect. All these just threw my coffee cup across the room. Your poor ears. Casket proving its superiority yet again. Well, by using its Roomba... I don't know what its plan was. And indeed, Brian, you did make you have a pretty good list of fun campaign ideas. We are in no shortage for sure. All right, well, only one made it on out. I don't see him anywhere. Don't get any captives to pardon. How sad. We'll go ahead and just execute them then, and execute the nobodies, and need some more leadership, I guess. Wait, so I guess the Scourge of Aquitaine is going to keep trespassing, regardless of what we say, and the Black Pyramid continues to build up its forces. Alright, go Trek. Beating them is great. It means we don't have to fight a prolonged battle on the field with a bunch of nasty enemies. Bring Skylar on over, go Trek in March stance. You know, Skylar actually do the recruiting. I know we can't. We could pass some soldiers off and then do some recruiting. Although I'd rather not, because Skylar's army's looking nice. And Gotrex is just fine for him. Alright, I'm gonna stay in our area. We could just dig in the trenches and wait. Only way we drop upkeep is by raiding, and raiding in friendly territory is a no-go for the Empire. I couldn't figure out why. 2,400 for the livery here. I think we actually will go for Zeus now, and we'll grab the vineyard as well down in Sudenburg. We're about to need it with King Arande's arrival. Although if he's gonna have to bring a pretty nasty force if he wants to break through our walls. Are we grenading some? Indeed. That's the plan. Making sure everything is solid, and I think our whole crew is ready to get up and start punching. We then. Balthazar. How elite is the Sunken Kernarch? Man, they can rebuild a garrison now. And they get a wizard as well. She is pretty diminished as far as charge bonus and strength, though. Cool King has got a whole army. Let's at least start getting them
I will do anything for Sigmar.
Oh, auto-resolve says we would win. Well then. If you say so. Still lose quite a few. We need to get over and start getting the grenades active. The old Ghoul King out of there. Masters of Madness are back under our control, so we can start the lovely Festag while Balthazar's up here. Yeah, we'll host the Festag while we get the control back in order. We will not. Yeah, I definitely think the fields of the Sunken Kernarch are a good idea. Then we can kind of get in the rally field up to the next tier. Balthazar has some archers still. These guys are not what we want to field.
Your word is my command.
And recruiting them over here is way better than over in Morgheim, where it takes an extra turn. Village instead of floating village. Probably not. Ah, never mind. Morgheim is one of the fine settlements.
Sir?
Well, Dirk, you come on over and investigate the Dragonhorn mines.
Take them before
Violently.
they get to battle.
Volkmar the Grim.
Volkmar versus
I
Mash.
will cast out all.
This would be a Pyrrhic victory. I mean, we've got cannons. How many cannons do you have? You have trolls. It's kind of like a cannon. You point them the right way. Icky the Hammer Infantry would like to fight this fight. Not in... Out on the field, but I don't think they're going to be willing to do that. Let's throw up some siege towers so we can actually get in up on the walls. Flagellants versus... I thought these guys had magical attacks. Is it just the... just the Free Company? I'm gonna say the magical attack is gonna be great against the Savage Orcs, so we may have the Free Company take the walls then. Depending on what the AI does, we'll find out. Let's go ahead and set up the siege and bring down these Savage Orcs. Never thought they'd actually still be here. I figured they've already been dealt with. Trolls are your kryptonite? Using them or the opposite? Watching someone streaming a Lewin campaign and seeing questionable cavalry handling. Yeoman archers are, yeah, they're just for kind of poking the enemy and being annoying. Which is a bit sad. Missile resist. Nah, none of those are too useful there. Getting up to the gold chevron abilities isn't a bad call. We've got a few infantry up near there.
Servant of the faith.
But just making him a better duelist, I think, is probably the call. Attrition, corruption. Can get upkeep production on the blue line. Let's just make him a stronger fighter. Ulrika can help out with the passives for now. Oh, I didn't realize they gave you actually vigor. That must be an SFO edition. Unbreakable normally. The Lightning Fast or the Ulgu Exponent. I remember exactly what we were up to now. We were moving towards Pit of Shades with extreme impunity. Once we grab Pit of Shades, we can start working on some of the other abilities here. This is the way. I can't wait. Blightus Skaven, some of these other unique ones are just incredible. Spell resist for the whole army. Extra ward save for herself. Tossing Terror is always good. Skelanders fall. Blinded and accuracy. Plus 100. Yes, please. Both. Fair. I think you already
I will
responded to that one, but
cleanse
fair
them.
enough. Trolls, using them, I've actually found some pretty good success. Stone trolls in Radius we've discovered are Jedi. I don't know what they've got extra special things going on for them, but they blended up our Wood Elf units like they didn't exist. Move through them like water. Alright then. Up to the
In the name of
Empire
Magnus.
proper. It's like Ledred and Festus are kind of festering together, which is gross, but
I command
such is the way, I
here.
guess. We'll have you step on out and go into an ambush.
I see no other
Meanwhile,
The wild
young
makes
Dolph here.
warriors.
jump on in and perhaps grab us. Don't want quarrelers. If anything, we definitely need some stout Dawi infantry. Saurus are going to be quite expensive for us. But I mean, we have access to such fun toys. The Ancient Stegodon with the Engine of the Gods is definitely something we need ASAP. Laser beams from space. Okay, well, in the meantime, we'll hold off. They're just worse ogres. Man, I don't know about that. I see. It feels like trolls can beat ogres in a fight. Ogres, I can't make work. It just seems you get the lead blasters or iron blasters, and you just call it a day. Dolph, we need you some spears. We'll give you. Maybe go for pikemen since I mean, they cost exactly the same, though, which is interesting. They have a lot more attack on the pikemen there. They're actually pretty decent at dragging down large units. Since this is the undead I'm planning to fight against, we'll go ahead and grab a couple of these pike-wielding lads here. They'll just grab 3 huntsmen. Grab the pike lads up in global. I mean, for a little bit more, it's not a ton more. And grab an extra unit of crossbows, and then perhaps even some free company. All the extra missiles we can throw at them is going to be fantastic. Vlad is a menace. I'm not looking forward to fighting Vlad. The rest of his armies, though, pushovers. Just grab the single unit of free company. No, take it back. More staunch front line. We need to cut through those innumerable undead.
No, Gracie.
Plus, we've got Kraken down here raiding. Hopefully, he runs against a garrison he can't fight. Glock is about to hit Altdorf.
Only what I
Oh,
listen
wow.
to is me.
I mean, good luck with that, fella. A lot of Noblars.
Ready.
Sick.
What do
Trading
you
with
mean?
Widrioff. Don't mind if I do.
Men of the Empire, why do you seek the halls of Athelloren?
Well, look, I've got spices and dyes and marble.
I shall comply.
You have gold.
I stand apart.
We'll trade with you
All right.
soon, don't worry.
Yes.
There's more than enough to go around. We will definitely be waiting on the Confederation, but a Confederation with the Golden Order is going to be necessary. He's not going to be wiped out anytime soon. But I do not want a Confederate to take the penalties to our Public Order right now. We're just starting to actually recover from a lot of them after confederating with half of the Empire all in one go. So next we will, though, grab the Golden Order, and we'll bring the head of the College of Magics back under Granthiotis control. No one else really needs movement, I don't believe.
Bring
We're
me
set
to
up
my
in
men.
a lovely ambush. Witrek has sprinted as far as he can. Wouldn't mind. I just have to keep exploring.
Pick up the pace.
Head Emmerich.
You may gaze upon my glory.
You may gaze upon my glory. At least you're always the same. You're strength rank 1. Volkmar the Mighty. Why did Glork have a Morngul randomly in his force? Because he wants one. Don't you judge him. That's his fate. That's what he wanted for his birthday. A single Morngul unit. Do you see what else he had? He has nothing else going for him.
Most
Ah, so
ancient of allies, you are always welcome.
His beard is slightly greater than yours. You gotta work on it. War calls. Answer its summons and you become mighty under your god's scrutiny. Or else. Join war with Arguilan. No? How about you chop down the trees on your own accord? I'm not picking a fight with Durthu. Alright, Sylvania really wants Kimperbad. Well, I mean, you can have it, but... I can try to defend it. You'll need 1,000 defensive supplies. What's the terrain look like? Oh, no defensive supplies. It's right on the open field. Yeah, we would get run over. Fun to see these Sylvanians making an appearance. Confused lads of Sylvania. We'll be back, don't you worry. Oh, they just sack it and run. Rude undead. Ah, I see. Top dots wish to face us. So be it. They invite death. A bit of an interesting reinforcement, though. That might cause some problems. We shall see. Good news is Volkmar has a extreme advantage against Savage Orcs here. So is it just those 3 units? Oh, perfect. That's not a problem at all. Just need to karate chop us right in the back of the head. We're going to set up so we can kind of keep the guys. We're going to fire the cannons down this line here. Cannons and mortars both. The enemy will kind of clump up around this bit of rock as they move forward towards us. Hopefully be able to get really good damage on. Although it looks like the terrain's a bit funky. Alright, Hammer of Witches, how can we make use of you best here? Probably just right here. I want them to be close enough together I can easily defend them. Also get nice shots in from the side here, so we'll have the cavalry on this side, so nothing gets close. At least that'll be the intent, as well as the 2 flagellant squads, since they are the most expendable. Let's not put you in front of the cannons, because I don't trust our crew right now. Bit of hill is a really unfortunate. Oh, bad placement. They might be able to arc the shots up and over right here. We'll see. I'm gonna get them out of the way though, because I do not trust it.
Stalin's revenge!
All of our free company militia that do not have Vanguard employment for some reason.
Free company! We serve the Emperor!
Got the exact way we're gonna do this. The weird terrain here on the Badlands is playing a bit in the Orcs' favor here. Group them up. Plan has come to me. So grab the halberdiers. I'm gonna get all the melee infantry, get them off on one side so I know where they're at later on.
It shall be. We obey.
Normal missile infantry. Have both of the handguns. Set up here. with Volkmar.
Ready for war! Crossbows ready, General!
And then the Free Company Militia
Free company! For the twin
is kind of out,
Comet!
acting as a front line. You guys.
Swordsman!
Waiting fine. I'm gonna have these halberdiers off on the flank here.
Ready for war!
Swords behind.
Yes, sir!
We serve the Emperor!
These guys could be quite a bit more forward than they are now.
For the twin-tailed comet! The Empire endures!
Beautiful.
The Tattersall!
It's gonna be
The Emperor!
Black powder!
just a little bit, so they're not as easily run down.
Tattersalls!
We will, man, I don't know. I guess we'll push the infantry up a little bit there, but
We obey!
putting them in front of the cannons is a bad call, so we'll not do that.
The
Alright,
Tattersalls!
Evan.
Sigma's heirs! For Heldenhammer!
buffs on out.
By Garo Maraz!
Lovely.
Stalin's revenge!
Very well!
I want you guys
Crossbowmen!
off of guard mode. And battle commence.
Sigmar commands! That's an order!
Absolute ton of them. If you can hit this Orc War Boss, that'd be great, although he's pulling back.
Take target!
Any of the Savage Orcs you can hit is really just fine.
By Ulrich's rock!
Looks like they're going to try to pull back until their reinforcements do arrive. Not something I actually expected.
Halberdiers!
Yeah,
Formation!
we will have to keep them in mind. We will have to fight with them
By priest!
well in mind.
We obey!
We obey!
At speed! The
Pull these units all
Tattersalls!
forward a bit.
By Garo Maraz! For Heldenhammer! Let us chant battle hymns!
To battle! Take position! Elevate cannon!
The explosions are going off, and they've got so much physical resistance that they're dodging it pretty well. Alright, Orcs. Deciding just to sit there and get shot at. Fine strategy for them. Let's see if we can't range up and hit some of these Savage Orc War Boys. I don't mind if they have to move up a little bit.
To us, the foe!
23 seconds. I think
Understood!
Reichsguard Knights!
Yes, my lord!
Yes, my lord! Yes, General!
Understood! We obey!
and there we'll have you guys kind of way ready to
Twin-tailed comet!
help out.
By the Jade Griffin!
He's not as fast on the battle cart, so I don't really want to torch him into the enemy. Have him bopping about over there. Alright, reinforcements are in. Such is the way.
Waiting command!
Bring these knights around.
Lingering!
I can have Kevin work with them.
Lingering! For the Emperor!
Kevin plus knights should be able to deal with the reinforcements. Meanwhile, scoot forward, just kind of keep savaging these arrow boys. You're trying to get shots on the poor boys. We'll see if we can get you a bit more combat prowess there. You guys stay where you're at. They're just gonna go ahead and try to flank.
Our weapons are yours!
They're just gonna try to meet up and flank. That's
Heldenhammer!
terrifying.
The Empire!
Take
Their
the
strategy.
ground! Quick march!
These biggins. No, there's normal or just normal Savage Orcs. Go ahead and charge them down then. They're coming in tired.
For the Warhammer!
Each of the strats a bit then.
Knights!
Hammer of Witches, can you make sure you are blasting at these Savage Orcs? You cannot. Pull back.
Empire endures! No lingering! Take position!
Yes, sir! We serve the Emperor!
Figured those magical arrows would work out, but it turned. There we go. That's proper damage.
Stalin's revenge!
Pull back a bit here. Kevin, we definitely need to drop down some ward save. Extra damage where we can. You guys should rip through those arrow boys pretty quick. You go ahead and bop him. You've got some Grand Soulfire as well. Oh, they made it through.
Shoot them!
You can. Behold the light of Sigma. Actually, we need you to go ahead and drop down some banishment on all of these boys here as well. Swords, get in there. Pull back a bit. Knights, let's go ahead and we'll eliminate these Savage Orcs here, and then we'll go ahead and pull on through. Meanwhile, we'll have these guys just keep moving up. Hammer of Witches, turn and deal with the War Boss if you can. Alright, the Knights are starting to take a lot of damage. Go ahead and pull on away so we get them charging back in and out of the battle there. They sit some of their biggins around to help. Pretty good tech.
Swordsman for the twin-tailed
Handgun's gotta pull them back.
Yes, sir! Crossbows ready, General! Yes, sir!
Free Company, you gotta fight for a moment there.
Sigmar guides us! Sigmar guides us!
Keep rolling the lines we can. Where are the
The Tattersouls!
Tattersouls? Get on in there. Help out Volkmar where you can. More Grand Soulfire. Pull you guys away. Go ahead and hit these Savage Orc Arrow boys on the other side then. Good. Hopefully. I mean, I was hoping you'd be faster, but Cavalry Bane may be causing some issues. Run fast. You go after the Knights. You switch target. You keep moving on through. Swordsman, actually, you guys pulled back. Let the Free Company keep doing their thing. Shotguns work on those Savage Orc Arrow boys in the back line. You guys keep blasting away at these Savage Orcs here. Try to pull in a bit more of a condensed line, more damage and ward save. Chase them off. Kevin, keep running. Ward save, and then Grand Fire. Keep running. You get over here with Volkmar. We should be able to save you. Alright, Reichsguard, come back through. Let's break this group. No problem. Kevin, keep running. Volkmar and his battle card is no problem. There we go. Beautiful. The Vlad can come on in and start smacking away too. Extra damage.
Reichsguard Knights! Ready for war!
Awesome. Oh no, not awesome. First my eyesight. Other mortars got charged down by this group of Savage Orc biggins.
Sigmar, show us! Free company! All ranks fire! Ready to
Get some more ward save, more melee damage help. Kevin, turn around and help out. We can get 3 of you beating down this Savage Orc war boss there.
missiles will fly!
Let's move forward. Reichsguard and the Knights. So the Reichsguards can stay. The other Knights need to go ahead and retreat. Start bringing the other Free Company on around. Perfect. It was, those mortars got savaged there near the end, but that works out. Chase them down. Those magical bullets are really coming in handy. We will let you keep trying to range away these arrow boys as they run. No one else can be able to get over there to them. Volkmar will keep healing. Really had a chance to use one of the banishment spells too. One good shot. We'll go ahead and have you chase this crew down, and these antlers can come on through. Try to chase some of these guys. I mean, Lord's gone. Yeah, you you're not going to catch them again. We just won't worry about it. Alright, not bad. So this is the only group that really got away. I probably could have easily caught all of them, but which is the way. Yeah, the Free Company took a bit of damage there, but they are really, really low armored. And just a tier 1 unit that Volkmar is meant to take all the way through the game. Alright, we'll take it. Many, many kills. Gold sword going to not the mortars. They did terribly. Yeah, definitely the Sterling's Revenge. Well, probably the Flagellants, but they lost soldiers. These guys took no casualties at all. So they get the golden sword. Sorry, Zittler's ranks. Zittler's. It's like the Pardon, and then we'll kind of finish them off from there. Sires of Morcane have come on over to face us as well now. Sorry, Aldous, you should leave. We'll lose the entire garrison. Sometimes it be like that. We'll seal Rika in combat very soon. Alright, under Morrisleeb's glare, your warriors range deep into hostile lands, but all is not well. There are dark omens abroad, as if the shadow of some horned god was watching from the evil moon above. The army is fettered by Morrisleeb's glare. We could improve the omens with some gold, or do nothing. We'll just quickly improve the omens. The caravan. They're in Marienburg. Awesome. We're not going to make the dragons mad, but we'll take a bit of treasury. Mad has been sacked. The Emperor did a bad job of ambushing. Love the rat catcher, and then an Orc Spain will be great. Those rat catchers will also be awesome once we actually manage. Once we are starting to fight East Skaven. Alright, plagues being passed out to all. We'll give Kevin his deny the heretic drop in spell resistance there.
Summon the Elector Counts.
And then for Franz, military heritage, artillery battery, knightly orders, the vanguard. Oh, I see your heritage, the watch. Did not give it for great swords? Interesting. He's all about, I mean, he has, what is it, the great swords and the, where they add the different Reichsguard units. So he could go for the knightly orders then, because that'll actually help out with the foot Reichsguard. Since the vanguard, well, 2% more reload time reduction does sound nice. Speed charge bonus. Or way less upkeep and reload time reduction. Oh, the vanguard will also help out with those foot knights. Yeah, I think the call is going to be the vanguard. Just for, that's the only one that actually goes for upkeep. Well, I guess so does the watch, but Pistoliers and Outriders only is not as useful. Make sure there's nothing else we really want here. Extra armor for Wolfkin and Great Swords. We only have got the one unit of Great Swords in for now. Yep. We will go ahead and grab the Vanguard here, since actually it will help out with his current soldiery. True. The attrition has definitely been a problem. Not to mention the nice little drop in upkeep and some missile resistance and a reload time reduction. The missile resistance isn't good against Nurgle, but
Fear my...
let's go ahead and finish these fools off here. Auto resolve be nice. 246 brave Sons of the Empire fall there. That's a bit unfortunate. We occupy Galberaz. And then now we start playing, well, defense with Balthazar. He's going to be bopping around to these different settlements here and trying to hold off the Savage Orcs for a moment while we go and attempt to seal our first book. Oh, we probably should have raided that settlement first, huh?
The righteous hammer of Sigmar.
Such is the way. Alright, well, we need to come on down and grab the War Eternal. 30% more speed is no joke. See that charge bonus for those Empire Knights. They need all the help they can get. They got 52 speed. These guys move fast.
This is wise.
Why? I'm glad to hear it. But I will also go ahead and do is say it is about time to go ahead and snag myself some more cold brew coffee. Delicious. Sires of Morcane. Yeah, you go ahead and get kicked into orbit there, bud. Turns out it's his weakness as well. He lost 0. He lost all of them. And then we'll part in their ashes. We have Morcane again. Alright, so Balthazar, you come on back up north into the Sunken Turn Arc for maximum replenishment. You can start activating your Holy Decrees as well. Time of Peace gives us some nice growth. You actually have a few that are you're missing one of them that Volkmar has.
Chosen of Sigmar.
Ooh.
Ready to serve.
Alright, lads. Well then, before I jump on over and go grab a drink and take a quick restroom break, we grab the Holy Degree Time of Peace, or Holy Degree Time of War for Balthazar's army here. I'm not going to go for Undead or the Unclean ones. We've already got Volkmar running around with some nice ward save against the demons. It's a bit unfortunate this doesn't also include Skaven, but might be a bit too strong then. Time of Peace is going to be focused on control, growth, construction, time, and cost. And Time of War is charge bonus, recruitment capacity up to 3, recruitment cost, and then a bit of passive experience gain. I leave it to you all. Balthazar, he'll be a warrior or I guess a carpenter. And I'm going to come over and grab some points for Ulrika. The Shades acquired. I simply rodent-headed beastman. See, I did know that, but does the game know that? Anyway, I will leave you all with the decision, Time of Peace or Time of War, and I'm going to go ahead and grab some more drink. Be right back. Alrighty then, we're back. Hopefully you have yourself a lovely snack. I've got myself some red, white, and blue Sour Patch still. It's not really a nutritious snack, but it'll do. So we've got the time of peace sounds great for the building, I do agree. But the time of war, for if we plan on using him for battle, which we do, he's going to be a bopper of men. So if that is the vote, time of war it is. Does anyone else have any say before we decree Balthazar is a warrior? Then he becomes a warrior. Degrees of war it is. We will finish this one on off, and then we'll start working on his blue line. Hey, Sebastian gives us what now? Oh. Just kidding. 40% ward save sounds way more useful. Balthazar the Lesser. Indeed. Or the Greater, depending on your situation.
I am Volkmar.
Alright, we've got 9,000 gold to use. Let's quickly pull into our provinces. The Helmgart Fort can be upgraded for 9,000 gold. I'm not gonna do that, but we could. Final upgrade to Numas, not a terrible call. Morgheim is a bit understaffed at the moment. I think Reichland. Does this give us any more garrison? 2 more knights as opposed to 2 pistoliers? Actually, I don't mind those pistoliers. Getting the barracks in at Altdorf, I think, would be a good call, as well as the kilns. More movement as long as we're starting in this province. This is a pretty large province. That works out quite well. I'm not going to go for any more growth. We do definitely need to try to break Nurgle quickly.
They will obey.
I'm Franz. They will obey. I'm a bit tired.
In the name of Magnus.
Move forward a bit and see where.
Right.
They're still hanging out there. Fair enough. We will not. We may push. Looks like these are no. That's the Skaven do own von Rauken. So if we move over into Wolfenburg, we will be then in direct contact with the Skaven. We need more armies. Dolph, quickly.
Makes warriors.
Why have you lost your?
The men are keen.
Because Kimperbad was wounded. Oh no, it's because Kimperbad was sacked. We lost the tier 3 to it. That would make sense. So in that case,
How to proceed?
well, Dolph, we need you to not recruit those guys on in, and we'll have to grab crossbows instead, which is mighty unfortunate. If they hit Kimperbat again, we lose access to our crossbows. Alright, well that could be better. Grudge Thrower. Yeah, I think Grudge Thrower it is. We could wait for some infantry, but good old Dawi ingenuity. Armor piercing catapults sound great too. Rod is what you get if you take drugs. Fair enough. That and a whole bunch of well, I mean, you gotta be really packing in the warpstone there to end up like Throt. And he's snacking 24/7. Oh, looks like Rupert really wants Grungzint. Yeah, we are.
Never.
Go for a Lector. We can get a level 11 Lector here. He is noble. Ulrich, welcome. You are the one and only hope for Marienburg. Let's see if you got what it takes. While we're here, let's just give you some extra. We'll go 1 pike, 2 archer. And then not spending any more gold because 1,000 per is way too much. He may not go after Marienburg, but just having the extra general on in here is going to be really useful. Oof. Why did you have to stay here? Go away. Your army is so incredibly elite. Leave. Oh yeah, and a Dawi force is going to come out of the mines as well. That's quite amusing. Okay, well, we'll come on into the province tab once more there. Make some proper decisions, or not. We'll see. Yeah, just go for the Captain's Guild down there at Bagar. Yeah, we'll go ahead and save the rest of our gold. Free base Warpstone, fair enough. Local recruitment increases are always pretty useful. The Empire doesn't start with a lot of them. Not as bad as Kislev, mind you. I'm not sure why Kislev only gets 2. But they do. Oh, he just went ahead and finished them off. We aren't at war with you yet, but we likely should be. Let's see if we can't get some gold out of perhaps the Sentry Glades. He has no wars right now. You need to be chill down here, Findle. Findle the Lesser. Because there's usually also a Findle leading Widrioth. Yep, his twin.
Yes.
Not aggression with the Border Princes and trade with the Border Princes sounds good. I'm surprised these guys are still kicking. All they've got, both their settlements held. Poor Scrag. Yeah, we'll take the non-aggression and all of the different agreements with the Southern Realms here.
As you say, sir.
As you say, sir. I cannot wait until the Southern Realms maybe gets a DLC. The recent comments by CA make Ind upon... Well, I guess Ind and Koresh. Nippon, I wasn't really thinking we were going to get. I can't lie. Not for a very long time. Ooh, well done. Oh, that's because you assaulted the mines. I was trying to take down the horrible backstabber, but turns out Sigmar does not will it. Kronk, we can give you, say, the Deadly Blade there. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and declare war on... See who you're all at war with. Yeah, Tlaqua has the most gold. We'll go ahead and talk to them. Where did the lizards go? Oh, lizards. Oh, now we've passed them twice. There they are. We know you guys are at war with Archon, so I will join you. Oh yeah, no, he was definitely renamed. The Empire didn't name that poor man Kronk. That was my doing. I'll join your war and you give me a military alliance. That I actually agree with. Absolutely. Thank you, Tlaqua. We will eventually be able to start taking over their armies if we don't just keep recruiting in laser cannons. We'll see. Likely it'll be laser cannons all the way. Double up Leech Lord. We'll go ahead and accept the mission to hunt you down. Glock or Crag? Glock's got the bigger army. More likely to find him. That'll do just fine. Zone does so much in actual Warhammer, it's nuts. Yeah, they definitely use it as a MacGuffin quite a bit, especially for the... Skaven already kind of are used as a MacGuffin themselves. Or just as a kind of an instant win button for Chaos during the end times, but let's go for the farm over here in the Sunken Current Arc just to make sure that there's all the replenishment up here. Looks quite nice and swampy now that there's no blood everywhere, which mosquitoes are an improvement on flesh hounds, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Skylar, you and Gotrek, time to bring you on in to fight.
It is settled.
Pools of Despair should not have replenished up. We can come on over in the trench stance. Go for the throat. We'll surround with them, and we'll bring Gotrek and Felix on over too.
Gotrek, Journeyson, eat up the miles.
Beautiful. You two should be able to be a close victory with low casualties, will it? Crypt Horror is going to be a problem. The rest of this army, though, is not all that intimidating. It says it'll be a close victory with low casualties. This will mean that most of our front line is going to go ahead and get dropped. Let's see if we can't do better. We've got an absolute goon squad of heroes, so we're going to see if all 4 of these guys can't dogpile on King Jesket here. We shall soon see. And then Gotrek and Felix come on in and body slam whoever's left. Be a proper WrestleMania. We've got the trenches going too. Lovely. Only thing you have going for you is the Realm of Souls, which you only get for losing. Let's get to bullying the followers of Nagash. They deserve it. Give me some funny ropey rat people. I like the rat people. I just would like it for not to be, and they rose up from the ground and everyone fell at once. Cathay, Ind, Koresh. All of it gets taken down by the Skaven. In the background. Alright. So they don't have to wait for the reinforcements. That's very fair enough. We have a lot of baddies to face down now. Okay, well, if we pull back and wait, it'll be 2 minutes before Gotrek and Felix arrive. I think we can hold out just fine. Front line. Crossbows. We've got our huntsmen. I'm going to put them out on one flank to overwhelm whichever of the cavalry he sends forward first. We'll have the halberdiers on this side, and then I'm going to double up on the great swords over here. Halberdiers out front, great swords kind of behind, just in case they try to flank with their friends there. Halberdiers out front. And now we will definitely be grenading some fools. Or getting our outriders slayed horribly. It'll definitely be one of the two. And they're going to be outriding nowhere. They're going to be staying next to the line and probably actually behind the line. Being a nuisance like that, anytime anyone gets close, they're going to get run up on and exploded. We'll have one unit on one side and the other taking up the other angle there. Outriders. Watch we misuse everyone's favorite unit. And then we'll have all the goon squad come on in. Okay, so the 9th Panther. Really just bring them to wherever there's more large units. And everyone else can hang out in here.
For Heldenhammer! We're Sigma's heirs!
We'll put these guys up.
Heldenhammer!
It doesn't really matter. They're gonna charge all in together. So the abilities we have is the Van Horseman Speculum. That's for everyone. That's a huge debuff.
Yes, General!
Unbreakable. Then we've got the Hammer and the Shield of Faith. Perfect.
Swordsman!
Spread my swordsman out just a little bit. And then we await death. Excitedly. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pull you guys back just a little bit further. We'll rotate the line a smidge as well. Here come the the Fellbats. By far my least favorite unit. They go straight over your front line and just maul your crossbows. Come on over, Undead, I dare ya. We're planning that forever. I guess they did drop the moon on everyone, or at least part of it.
Hope you've checked your weapons,
I wonder
lads.
who decides
It's
who
going
gets
to be
the
a tough one.
flamberge style swords and who gets the normal ones. I don't know, I feel like I would want one of these. Oh, all sorts of stuff going on the other end here.
Outriders! Pick them off!
You guys get moving up.
March! Take a
Grenadiers,
position!
come on back.
Formation march!
And then we'll just have the goon squad come on around and break this group for, well,
At speed!
I'm not sure what the enemy's going to try here.
Yes, General!
Move up and deal with these fellbats first. Grenades can't fire at guys that are in the air, so we'll ignore them. Goon squad. Oh, we're being surrounded pretty heavily here.
No lingering! Great swords! To battle!
They're just going for the maximum surround then, huh? Alright, I think we can deal with it. Let's go ahead and charge the Knights Panther in and break these skeletal horsemen.
For the comet, ready!
Alright, Goon Squad. Get them. Extra charge bonus, 4 versus 1. You guys are getting run up on there. Oh, they got both of them. Alright, pull it away. Not having advantage in
Find your targets!
that department's really not great right now. Alright, you guys are actually going to stay in and fight while the grenades come around. Find better targets for them. Protect Felix, get on in here.
My axe bursts! Oh yes! Free company!
All our free company militia are not exactly acting as I would like them to. Knights Panther are fighting an entire armada by themselves.
Yes, my lord!
Love to see it.
Yes, General!
Grenadiers, let's get up and around, and as you all could have probably expected, my Grenadiers have been used incorrectly. We get run down the back line here.
Endures.
Oh, how did you escape the Goon Squad?
Captain of the Empire!
They weren't very elite.
Fire! Missiles will fly! Halberdiers!
Nice.
Awaiting orders!
Just a squad of
Attack!
nonsense going down. Let's start blowing up these different groups here. You guys keep coming around the back. I just keep launching those grenades.
Yes, sir! Quickly!
Oh, they're invisible now. How fun.
Go! Yes! All right!
Butcher and Felix can work together.
We are Sigmar's heirs! For the Emperor!
Knights Panther are absolute champions.
Ah!
Rah.
Ready! For the Emperor!
Let's move up, start blowing up the other units here. You just keep sitting them around behind.
Halberdiers!
They're winning. These Shabti really didn't do much either. They tried their best. There's some Hekar warriors in the front line, and here comes these lovely spawn of Shabti. Alright, Goon Squad, that's your job.
Come on here!
Butcher Felix easily dealt with that unit there, and everyone else can kind of just explode.
Charge!
Lovely. You guys in melee? Oh, no, they're in melee once more. And those
Precision!
chariots are determined.
Formation! Ah! Get them!
Away now, no reason to keep fighting the Shabti and take free damage.
To battle!
Going on through, they're just gonna go ahead and flee.
Formation!
Lovely.
To battle!
And we took our casualties for it, but we'll take the settlement.
Crossbows ready, General!
No problem.
Emperor's might! Taking position! As you
Completely forgot about the
can!
try not to take casualties bit there. Our poor Grenadiers. They were really focused on bringing them down.
Ready for war! Outriders!
There it is. The win. Yeah, blew up a chunk of the moon, and it falls on Lustria in the middle of the war between the Skaven and the Lizardmen, which I mean is raging all the time, but I think this is the one that Henowin is in charge of. He takes up his great crusade. Decides there's no Skaven allowed in Lustria anymore. Several bonks later, though, and we emerge victorious. Just our swordsmen are a bit worse for wear there. We're not going to worry about this. This didn't happen. We'll definitely be able to use the grenades more, I think, with a bit more cavalry and mobility advantage there. They got out of it with pretty low casualties, all things considered. I tend to always get the grenadiers slayed in combat. I have actually, I've had it in the dynamic world. That's probably why we're receiving so much lag now that I'm thinking about it. When it does arrive, we've got the mod in called Dynamic World. I'll have to put a link to all of the mods we're using currently. There's a bit more of them than start, but as we conquer lands, we can actually put in different empire villages and buildings and such. Some of them be hovering in different areas, but it kind of adds a bit of flavor, like we are colonizing the land as we go. So it's going to look really awesome. Props to the modder. The name is slipping my mind at the moment, but I'll make sure that everything is all added in eventually. Our nice mod list. Yeah, we've got little empire buildings popping up as we conquer through Himmer even. Pretty neat. Or Lord Skrulk says otherwise. He sure does, but Tehenowin decides that that's the plan.
Champion of the faith.
Eventually, though, Sotek,
Yes,
or at
Grant.
least an aspect of Sotek, does get summoned and chases all of the basically all of Clan Pestilence out.
Yes.
They may come back later on, I think, but
Who calls?
some of them survive, but Sotek's avatar does all sorts of bad things. Yeah, we're still not going to confederate just yet. Really want to make sure. Really want to make sure our controls back in order first, so we can get the things back up to possibly the either strong or absolute control. We may not be able to get all the way up to absolute, but if we get up to strong in most of our provinces, I'm happy to go ahead and confederate with Balthazar. He's struggling quite a bit against the undead there, but I prefer to him to be controlled by the AI for now. It'll let me focus on the northern portion of this battle. It's already going poorly enough as
Summon the
is.
Elector Counts.
Alright, our Empire Captain here. Regiment's renown at recruitment cost decrease for infantry down by 20%. Oh yes, because we were trying to summon in the officer squad, weren't we? I'm very curious as to what that is. Lead the state troops gives it more leadership size. Let's go ahead and go for the Regiment of Renown for now. Lets us really replenish the soldiers we lose.
Your demise is
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll come to the other side of Bergig here, perhaps. Actually, I think that's why the Nurgle Forest here looks way more disgusting than normal. It's got the mods adding all sorts of extra kind of assets and things in. Small unit of 12 witch hunt. That sounds awesome. So what we will do then... Here, I'm going to get off here.
Moving off.
do not
See just how far they can move. So Festus in March can go all the way over to the Wolfenburg, but normal cannot. So let's go to about... And now we'll force them to choose. Wolfenburg counts as a capital for us, so it will actually be way more beneficial for us to take this from them and try to actually hold it than leaving it in their control, or at least taking it from them and claiming the gold mine for a few turns to try to capitalize on that gold.
Time for action.
Gold. Perfect. We can dedicate him to a school of knights now. I was initially going to try to go for the knights, wanting to go for the Knights Panther. Now I'm not sure. He already has some Knights Panther in, and while these guys are based out of Middenheim mostly, they basically are just kind of a for the Empire, kind of for the greater good order of knights, as opposed to the White Wolf, which is all about Ulrich. Knights of the Empire would just give us a bit more speed, attack, and charge bonus for all allies in the range. I'll let you all decide. Actually, I don't exactly remember. Was it you, Adam, that had named Skylar? I'm not sure who it was, but whoever had named our Grandmaster here, or Grandmaster, I'll let you go ahead and decide which retinue we go ahead and dedicate towards which House of Knights. Auric is greater than Sigmar. That's blasphemy here in this campaign. You better relax. You better watch out right now. Volkmar's sending his best as we speak. For now, though, we'll just grab the Imminent Grandmaster, and then when whoever did go ahead and name Skylar, because I don't want to be incorrect, whenever you go ahead and decide which he is dedicating to, we'll go ahead and get that selected on up. They do get other options as well, so for the one with the Knights of the Empire, I'll just kind of briefly go over them. Vigor loss reduction for the whole army, and then some more leadership. Honor to Renown gives us more upkeep reduction for Knights of the Empire, and then Everlasting Knights and Stubborn Bulls, so kind of your baseline vanilla Empire Knights. Oh, I was kind of hoping this was more all-rounder, but no, it's definitely just, this is for your Empire Knights. So Vigor loss, control and armor. Panthers get more bonus versus large. Beast Slayer gives him more bonus versus large, up to 20. And then gives the enemies more miscast base chance. I'm thinking Panther sounds awesome. I mean, Knights more too. We'll get some more Grandmasters on in. You got Boris on your side. That's true. Again, he kind of seems like more one of those is gonna make you fight for yourself for it. So, you versus 40 flagellants. Prepare thyself. Our warrior priest Ludwig here. I do quite like the divine power. What do you currently have? You are the monster hunter. So he's already got a bonus versus large. I kind of want to make this one the armor of righteousness. Since Kevin is kind of running around as our tank, we'll try out one that sheds his armor and is all about just becoming an absolute menace on the battlefield. 40% more weapon strength is pretty crazy. If we can couple that with some pretty good weapons, we can make him absolutely insane. The armor of righteousness it is. Oh. Hope you're doing alright there, Just Yes. Glad you made it on in. Hope things are going, well, doesn't sound like things are going well there, but I hope things get going a little bit better. Shard for who we can. Either way, I'm happy you chose to spend some time here with the crew. Right then, Gregor is the old captain. For the cause or tend the war horses. Well, since he is in a captain's retinue, or a Grandmaster's retinue, well, likely we should give him the tend the war horses. More strength than 25%. More strength when attacking. Is that just for him or is that for the whole army? Not just for him. That'd be crazy. But you can give him a demigriff. So basically you're forgoing the officer squad for the demigriff. That's fine by me. Yeah, we'll try out some tend the war horses. Drop that upkeep for those cavalry even further there. How's the Purging Heretics going? It is going all right. We have fought off another Helm's Deep style battle here at the Pools of Despair and won a couple more abroad. Nothing too extreme. Crushed the Savage Orcs and then some undead as well. It is definitely time for us to go ahead in the turn. Grab Gotrek. I think after that victory, we can go ahead and have him push pretty aggressively, like down towards King Arandes here. Make sure he doesn't cause Tlaloc any more problems. So go Trick, we appreciate your help. We're gonna go have you throw yourself into March, and let's get moving. Now we'll go this way.
Where's the slaughter?
Even in March, go Trick is pretty terrifying. He can grab some ogres while he's out and about. Let's grab some Chunguses. Welcome. Are they good? I mean, maybe. They've got Contempt now, which is cool. So they aren't going to care if any of my soldiers rout. That's actually making them better than normal. I mean, they're going to get taken out pretty quickly, probably, but yeah, Contempt's cool. All right, that shall be the turn after we move our heroes on around. I'm just kind of using you for a bit of exploration. No, I don't want to attack the High Elven town. I just wanted to go through here. Thank you, Heinz. Jeez. Trying to start a war with Imric. Skylar survived. Oh, yes, you... Excellent. So we are actually trying to decide if we are... Skylar's alive for now. We brought him to bear against the followers of Nagash. So we need to decide which House of Knights he is going to follow.
To behold, Greenskin. Speak quickly.
My rage is terrible to be... Nah, he's just gonna wah at you, bud. Ooh, Tornado Sirens. That's not a good sign. Alright, lads. Let me... I know we had weather coming in tonight, but let me hit the be right back. If those turn off soon, we'll be back up and recording, but I'm not going to make you guys listen to a bunch of Tornado Sirens while I record. Yeah, I'll be back in just a quick second. I'm going to make sure everything's good on the home front. There's no rain yet, but I should have been more prepared. Sorry, lads. Be right back. All right, lads. So yeah, the weather's coming in. It's not looking so great right now. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and drop the stream now for the night, and I will catch you all for the next one. Thank you all so much for coming on by. The sirens are going down now, but that isn't. They'll be back up in just a moment. Sorry everyone for the bit of an abrupt, but nature being nature, not much we can do about it. I will catch you you all next time. Everyone have a good rest of your night, or whatever time of day it is there. Thank you all again.